Hello everyone, welcome back to another English online session. I hope you all fine. Today I am going to explain a chapter from literature from the text First Flight. The name of the chapter is The Tale of Custard the Dragon, and it was written by Ogden Nash. Ogden Nash has written a poem about a little girl called Belinda who owns many pets, namely a black kitten named Ink, grey mouse named Blink, yellow dog named Mustard, and a coward dragon named Custard. The poet has described every character to be brave except the dragon, who is a coward. But the whole situation changes when a pirate attacked Belinda's house. No one else had the guts to face him. It was the dragon that killed the pirate. All the characters are happy because they are saved by the dragon, but quickly change their thoughts and describe themselves to be more powerful had the situation not been so confusing for all of them. Now, let me give you a few hints about the person who wrote this poem. Frederick Ogden Nash was born in 1902 and passed away in 1971, was an American poet. He was famous for his light verse. He was known as the producer of humorous poetry. He received Sarah Joseph Hale Award in 1964. Now let me explain the poem. The poet says that once there was a little girl named Belinda. She lived in a little white house. She lived with some creatures who were her pets. They were a black kitten, a grey mouse, a yellow dog, a little red wagon, and a creature that the poet says was really and truly a dragon. The poet explains the name of all the animals that are tamed by Belinda. He says that the name of the black kitten is Ink. The name of the grey mouse is Blink. The little yellow dog had yellow color and so she called him Mustard. And the dragon that was a coward means was a weakling was called Custard. So here the poet humorously describing the pets of Belinda and all the little creatures like a mouse, a dog, and the cat, all the creatures presented as very courageous creatures, courageous animals. But this dragon, the ferocious looking dragon, presented as a coward animal, not courageous. This particular stanza, the poet was describing the appearance of the dragon. Let's see. The poet describes the dragon that it had big sharp teeth and spikes on top. This means that its skin was pointed on the top. On the lower part, it had scales, which were bony plates to protect the skin. His mouth has been compared to a fireplace because it is assumed that dragons can release fire from the mouth. Even his nose is compared to a chimney, which is used to pass out smoke. His feet are like a sharp knife, that is a dagger. Here, if you look at the description closely, you get an idea that the dragon is a very ferocious and has a very terrifying look. But the poet presented this dragon as a coward, not a courageous creature like the other animals. In the next stanza, the poet explains the inner strength of the bravery of characters of the poem. He says that Belinda was as brave as a group of bears, and Ink and Blink were so brave that they could hunt lions. So here he has shown the bravery of the kitten and the little mouse that could hunt even a lion. The dog was very brave, just like an angry tiger, but to the contrast of all of them was Custard. Custard, the dragon, was not brave. He was so afraid of everything that he always demanded a safe cage. So all these little animals presented as brave as even the cat and mouse can chase the lion, and this dog has the what furiousness or such appearance of a tiger. But this custard presented as a not very courageous animal, and it always demanded a safe cage. It shows that the custard is not very courageous. Belinda used to stroke the dragon in a very cruel way. Ink, Blink, and Mustard made fun of him by comparing him to a knight named Percival, who was thought to be brave but ran away due to lack of courage. They used to tease the dragon while sitting in their little red wagon. So here we can understand that the dragon was disturbed by each and everyone. Belinda, she used to just stroke him, and the other animals like Ink, Blink, Mustard, they compare uh, this dragon, Custard, with a knight, a warrior. Okay, a warrior, namely Percival, who was considered as a brave person, but lack of courage, he ran away from the place. So, jovially, humorously, teasingly, these animals compare this dragon with that knight. The poet continued by saying that Belinda used to laugh so loudly that her voice echoed in the house. Blink the mouse used to laugh and make a sound of weak. On the other hand, Ink and Mustard would tease him by asking the dragon his age whenever he used to demand for a nice cage. Here again, the poet was telling that this animal used to tease or mock at this dragon incessantly, continuously. So while all of them were making fun of the dragon, they heard a sound of someone entering the house. When they looked towards the window, they saw a pirate climbing up the wall. The dog barked at him, and the kitten meowed to him. Belinda cried, "Oh," because all of them were scared of the pirate. Pirate means one who robs the ships. The poet describes the appearance of the pirate. He says that the pirate was holding handguns in both his hands and had a little sword too. He was holding his sword with his teeth. He had a black beard, and his one leg was made of wood. This means that though the pirate was a disabled person, but still he was frightening all the other characters. Moreover, he intended to uh, harm these animals and Belinda. So everyone was afraid of this pirate. Whoever described as these animals, whoever described as brave animals, now all of them were afraid after seeing the pirate. When all of them saw the pirate, they got frightened. Belinda was so frightened that she turned yellow due to fear and started crying for help. Mustard, the dog, started crying for help too. The kitten, Ink, ran down towards the bottom of the house as if he had already planned for it. The mouse Blink ran into his little mouse hole in order to save himself. When all the other characters that were earlier defined as very brave got frightened, the dragon did the most unexpected thing. He jumped onto the pirate and made such a strong sound with his nose as if the engine was producing a sound. Not only this, he hit his tail on the ground with a great force that it produced a heavy sound of metal being rubbed against each other in the underground prisons. He attacked the pirate just like a robin bird that attacks the worms. So here we can see the most unexpected thing happened. We expected that these little animals attacked the pirate, but all of them ran away from the place. But the dragon attacked the pirate. The pirate got so shocked by the dragon's reaction that he had opened his mouth wide with shock. To gather some strength, he drank some alcohol from a container in his pocket. After gathering some courage, he fired two bullets on the dragon but missed it. Custard the dragon ate every bit of this fierce looking pirate. When the pirate was dead, Belinda hugged the dragon and Mustard uh, licked him. No one was sad for the death of the pirate. They all were happy. Both Ink and Blink were running around the dragon in happiness. So here the poet says that all the characters were happy and they were showing their gratitude towards dragon as he had saved them from this danger. Now they all understood that the dragon is not at all uh, coward. It is a brave dragon. They all started celebrating the death of the pirate. Nobody is sad because the dragon killed the pirate. After they thanked and showed their love and gratitude towards the dragon, they changed their mind. They were reminded of how they used to make fun of this coward dragon, and now they all were praising him. So at once, the dog said that it was just because of some confusion that he wasn't able to do anything, otherwise, he would have been twice as brave as Custard. Both Ink and Blink also said that they would have been three times braver than Custard. To this, the dragon said that he fully agreed to this, that all of them were more powerful than and braver than him. At last, the poet used the same lines again to show that after this terrific episode in which the dragon was the hero, where all the other characters still undermined him by saying that they were more powerful than him, and could have handled the situation in a much better way. The poet says that life started again in the same manner. Belinda still lives in that little white house with the young Blink, Mustard, and Custard, and all of them are very brave, whereas the dragon is still a coward who always wants to stay safe in his cage. The poet ends the poem like he had started. It is a very humorous poem, and he just tried to explain it in a very humorous manner. The presentation of the characters, everything was very humorous. I hope you understood the explanation. Now go through the text, read the text thoroughly. Just find the meaning of new words from the dictionary. See you in the next class. Bye.